Member for St. James North.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise firstly to give the support of the opposition party to this resolution. We would always support any resolution that is for the further development of education of children in this country and of the total development of the youth of this country on the whole. But of course, this resolution gives honorable members here today the opportunity to speak within the wider context of early childhood education in Barbados and in the wider form in terms of educational policy and development of those in charge of the educational system of our citizens at this time. I will not challenge the Honorable Minister of Education's statement that the Democratic Labour Party in 1961 included in its manifesto the issue of developing early childhood education in Barbados. Well, that would be great because the honourable member has on previous occasions offered to share with the opposition papers on education. In fact, he said he was going to bring one the next day in the estimates. Up to now, we're still awaiting that paper. So, you know, I give him the benefit of the doubt on this occasion. Clearly, Prime Minister speaks about sanctimonious hypocrisy, and that might be an issue about letting me see this manifesto. But I will not challenge him on that on this occasion.
Member, I don't think that's appropriate language, though. You seem to be saying that the member is sanctimoniously hypocritical. I don't care how you dress it up. I think that's parliamentary language, and you should withdraw it, please.
So I withdraw that aspect. But
for the record.
But the fact is that we have not got papers on educational policy which the honourable member promised us since March this year. That is a fact, sir. But the reality of the situation is that, as the honourable member conceded, that nursery education took off under the last Barbados Labour Party administration, led by the Right Honourable Member of St. Peter, and under the ministerial leadership of the present Honourable Leader of the Opposition. And quite a few nursery schools were formed and established during that period. And that is, well, as we agree, I think, on both sides, that should be the case. Because the general view, for example, by Eva Hugila, who is one of the leading world specialists in child development education, lady from Finland, the general view is that early education is the first and most critical stage of lifelong learning, and that neurological research has in fact shown that 90% of the brain growth occurs during the first 5 years of life. Therefore, it stands to reason that we should place some kind of emphasis on education between ages 3 and 5. Finland, for example, provides each and every parent, both the mother and father of newborn babies, with a book for their child at birth, as well as a book for the child itself, in order to foster a culture of reading. So critical an emphasis that is placed by Finland, which is, of course, one of the leading countries in the world in terms of the Human Development Index. So critical an emphasis that country places on early childhood development. The policy, so therefore,